So my first day not in the woods in 45 days. First day not climbing into the mountains on foot in 45 days, I think, or something. I might have missed one day. And I had to go into the city of Vancouver and get a bunch of stuff done. I'll be back at it tomorrow, though, for another 8 more days, I think. But, so I just went up a road, if you want to Google it, or not. I went up the road that goes to Indian Arm, the Indian River. And I went up that road. It's between Squamish and Indian Arm. And I went up as far as I could go where other people have gone. It's not a maintained road. And I got stuck right at the top. That sucks. So no big deal. I had to bail out. And I only had to put 2 chains on. Dig it out, put 2 chains on. I got myself out. Spun around. And it's pretty good backdrop here. Those mountains are looking toward... That's actually looking straight up the Squamish Valley. I haven't checked the map, but I should be straight up the valley. Straight up the Squamish Valley, that cut in between those mountains and the ones on the right. And you can't see it, but once you go up to the right, and then you go towards where I live, and you go up towards Whistler, British Columbia, on the Sea to Sky corridor. So I'm going to read a few emails here, I think. There's thousands. There's thousands coming in. I started the December folder yesterday. I think there's already 35 or 40 emails in there. And I haven't even checked all of them. But it's pretty overwhelming. And a couple of things I'd like for you to... I always try to give people... try to plant a few seeds in people's heads. Questions for yourselves to find the answers to, instead of looking at somebody at the screen and waiting for them to give you their answer. Okay? Because it seems when you come up to these unacknowledged topics, it seems more often than not, you get misled and lied to. And there's a lot of strange characters out there that are lying to you nonstop, and they want you to jump in their narrative. And if anybody goes against it, they do everything they can to annihilate them. One easy example is, a handful of years ago, some friends of mine, they went out and they accumulated over 100 DNA samples from these Sasquatch people. And they obtained them from all over North America. And I think a couple from Russia or China possibly. I have to go back and look and read, or ask them. But that's what they did. And they as well, they chose the scientists and universities to submit those samples to. And here's an easy example of what these other dark characters do. One of the people they chose was Melba Ketchum, Dr. Melba Ketchum, who had a flawless career, very skilled scientist. And the moment she took on the DNA samples from the Sasquatch people, the scientific community went out of their way to annihilate her career and discredit her. How amazing is that? She went all those years using her absolute expert knowledge in the DNA field, not challenged, accepted, trusted. She tackled the Sasquatch topic because she was chosen to by the people who obtained the DNA samples, which she didn't. And look what happened to her and her name. All right? And now, as well, if you have the time and you want to look into it, you can also look into the names of the people who are members of the so-called Sasquatch Bigfoot community. And you can see which one of those dirty, sleazy bastards jumped on the bandwagon of attempting to attack Melba Ketchum nonstop and discredit her. Now, the question you should be asking yourselves is why? Why did these people do this? All right? This has nothing to do with Melba Ketchum. Why do these people go out of their way to destroy anyone who annihilates these lying claims of these Sasquatch people being an unacknowledged monkey or gorilla, which they aren't? Ask yourselves why. Look into that topic yourselves and dig up the answers why, all right? Don't just rely on me to tell you why, because we're all in this together. Well, all we have is each other. But that'd be really cool if all of you could look into these answers yourselves. It's all there, all right? And furthermore, a message to a lot of those, every one of those people who may possibly be watching this channel, or maybe some of the friends that are listening to me right now, is I can tell you with confidence, and especially if you've been following all of these emails from all these good, hardworking, honest people that have worked up the courage to submit them here in a safe place, it is 150% apparent and obvious that these Sasquatch people are not an unacknowledged monkey or gorilla. They aren't. And if you continue to believe so, you may possibly be missing a few eggs out of your basket. Now, That being said, take note, I strongly feel that every single person, every single name you can come up with, specifically in the Bigfoot Sasquatch community, every single name in that community that preaches to you that these are a wild monkey or gorilla is an absolute dirtbag liar. All right? And they're absolutely, knowingly lying to you. And that is a fact. Doesn't matter how many TV shows they've sleazed their way into, how many video cameras they've sleazed their way in front of, how many conventions they've eagerly ran and sprinted to sell plaster of Paris footprint casts and preach the word of the ape or the gorilla, the monkey. They are a dirtbag, misleading, manipulative liar. Every single one of them. If I could, I'd kick every one of them in the nuts. That's how I feel about it. And I'm not going to lie about it. I'm not going to go quiet because I know the truth about these dirtbags. I'm going to yell it out loud, and I'm going to yell it to all of you. And I would expect all of you, out of respect for the thousands of people whose lives have been turned upside down because of what they experienced without asking to, out of respect for them, give all these people a kick in the nuts. So you see them in public at a convention, stand up, look them in the eye, and call them a liar, and ask them why they're lying. All right? That should be the number one question at this point of the game that everybody should have equal curiosity of is, why are we being lied to? Why are we being lied to? Because if you can think independently, if you are not a sheep, which unfortunately majority of society has been led to be, the second that you have an experience of one of these beings, I don't know, once you come down from the shock of experiencing it, you soon and very rapidly and clearly realize that we are being lied to on multiple levels. And it can drive you frickin' batty. It doesn't drive me batty. My curiosity drives me. I'm angry about it. I'm a natural born fighter. I'm not a follower. And I have zero respect or patience for the bullshitters who mislead the good, honest people. And another quick note I want to make on mention of that is to all of you people who have submitted your experiences to some of these groups and they've attacked you, discredited you, or changed your story before they submitted it or didn't submit it at all. Don't lose any sleep over it, all right? Because more of us than not know that these people who you got suckered by are dirtbags, all right? So you're safe here. If you want to choose me or other safe people to share your encounters with, do it. Don't just go suck back into being a recluse because of what those dirtbags did to you. Okay? Because we're all here together. We're all here for each other. And if you guys are laughing at my broken glasses, go ahead. We and Sarah were out last night doing some things, and I actually bought 4 pairs of these damn things in one go. Didn't throw them in my truck. Left without in a big panic. I'm running out of time. I got this one afternoon to do this. And I didn't have any glasses, readers. And you know how I've been struggling to read this damn thing. And like you guys say, you can stretch out the font on this thing. Well, I can't do it. I've got these in my notes. I might flip it sideways, and I'm going like this, won't move. Okay, I've tried it. Trust me, I've tried it. Broken glasses, but they're going to work, and it's all I got, and I'm not wasting this time. So, here we go. Again, I'm randomly picking... not picking emails. I read them as they come in. You know, a lot of people will write into me and they'll say, hey man, I know my story might not be exciting to you. You might not want to use it. I don't read your stories before you send them to me. All right. I mean, obviously I can stop myself shy if it's something disgusting or somebody jacking me with a bad email, which hasn't happened yet. But it's your email counts. Your story, your experience counts. It doesn't matter what happened. It counts just as much as the next story counts. You can't rate them. Okay, you guys, just understand that. It's every single one of your emails and your experiences count. You count, and you deserve to be heard. All right? We don't rate people's odd experiences with these Sasquatch beings or other odd things that happen in the middle of nowhere and in backyards of rural communities. All right? So just keep them coming in. I don't pick and choose. I read them as I get them. Okay? So here we go. Top on the list. The last submission November, I'll start there because Here we go. Hi, Steve. I live in upstate New York, and my family has owned 120 acres since 1958. What a hoot that must have been growing up on that chunk. I grew up spending every weekend there from about Mother's Day to the first week of December when the white-tailed deer season ends here. I am 62 years old and have spent thousands of hours in the woods and can't say I've ever seen one of these things. But since I've started watching your channel, I gotta say I pay way more attention to my surroundings now. I found a tree bake this year, which I will include in a picture. I never remember ever seeing this kind of thing before, but maybe I just wasn't looking. Here's my experience. I was having a guys' night out at a camp on Snowbird Lake in Forest Port, New York. My camp is about a 20-minute drive from this camp, so I like to sleep in a familiar bed. So at 1 a.m. on a Wednesday evening, I left his camp and headed to mine. I drove 3.5 miles out this dirt road and hit the main road and started towards my dirt road. It's about 0.3 of a mile to my road and a 4-mile drive to my camp. This year they're replacing the bridge over Little Woodhull River and had detour signs alerting you to the fact the bridge was out. As I approached the entrance to my camp road, there is a detour sign. I'll include a picture with this email. As I drove the paved road towards my dirt road, my high beams on my truck lit this detour sign up very brightly. As I approached it, other reflection of my lights was completely blanked out for 3 to 5 seconds, as I could see a figure pass from in the road in front of the sign into the woods on the side of the road. The sign is about 7 feet high, the top to the top, and measures 36 inches at its widest point, and the entire sign reflection was just blanked out. The figure I estimate was about 8 feet tall. I can't say I was afraid, but I was definitely taken aback as this happened. I can't say I saw one of those beings, but it was a biped, very tall and wide, man-like figure that blanked out that sign. I look forward to your videos every day. I appreciate your no BS attitude. Keep up the good work and stay safe. Use my name if you want. I don't give a shit if people believe me or not. Steve Strussel. And he included a pine tree broken in half and a detour sign with the sign Horton Road on top of it, orange signs. I don't know if I'll get to posting the pictures with the email, man, because I'd have to transfer it from my phone onto the computer, and you never know, I might be able to pull it off. But as far as that experience goes, well, I'm pretty sure you know what did that by now, after listening to these thousands of people on my channel, right? You saw what you saw. There's no getting out of it. And literally thousands of people as well have seen that too, right? So you're not alone. And thanks for sending that email out to us, and I'll guarantee you your senses are on fire and more alive when you're out in the woods now, aren't they? And you're not going to be able to stop yourself. But that's a good, healthy thing. What else? I gotta mellow out here. I've just been crawling into the truck, putting those chains on. I got in the back of my mind, I'm losing weight. It's getting late. And no more burping. Hopefully I'll have time to properly, thoroughly edit this video up before I post it up. But I haven't burped yet, I don't think. No farting either, I don't think. The YouTube channel. So what I think I might do is, I think last year when the COVID shit came out, I started to create that Watch It channel on YouTube, and obviously I didn't have time to maintain it, to put some things on there. But seeing as how I already have that channel created, once I get back, I'm gonna look into how I can change the name of the channels. And this channel, I'll change the name of this channel to The Facts by HowToHunt.com. All right, and it'll still be easy to find. And it's the same name as the podcast name that I use to throw up all the audio on the podcast apps. And then the other channel for the hunting, I'll call it just Flat Out Plain Hunting and Fishing by HowToHunt.com. All right, and then eventually we'll get somebody, one of the kids or whoever, to download all the hunting and angling videos off of this channel, load them up onto that one, and then we'll keep maintaining that with all the hunting related videos, which I've made a lot lately, just haven't edited them up. And we'll do that, all right? For a lot of you hunters out there who are possibly too scared of this topic, don't want to acknowledge it, just don't want anything to do with it, and that's fine. I understand that a lot of you guys have been faithful subscribers to the hunting for many years, and you're not into this topic at all for whatever personal reasons you have, and for that, I will do that for you guys. All right?